Okay, for our correction, starting with Hazel, uh, you were talking about the podcast, and you said, and it's talk about some guy who killed a girl, and it talks about a guy who allegedly or supposedly murdered this girl. Allegedly is a way of saying that um, that people think that someone did that, but have no evidence. Or you can also say a guy who was suspected of killing this girl. uh, then you said she was ex-girlfriend, she was Korean American. She was his ex-girlfriend, a Korean American. You can just say it like that. She was his ex-girlfriend, a Korean American. He was suspect and he was arrested. As the prime suspect, he was arrested. And then you said what happened that time when you were talking about the events. They had investigated. I would recommend saying they had investigated this, and then you can talk about the events. And then you said, I want to part in as a group when you were talking about Snapchat. I want to jump in, I want to join, I want to hop in. Yeah. Bora? Probably when I was younger, I was taking more picture than now, maybe because I don't have something new. Probably when I was younger, I was taking more pictures than nowadays, mostly because I'm not experiencing many new things nowadays. I don't want to open to the public. I value or I respect privacy. You can say I value my privacy or respect their privacy. When I was a child, or when I was young. These days, lots of age, like my age or older than me. These days, people my age or older. And then you don't have to say than me, because it's just kind of, too much. Jihan? When you were talking about the summer, you said the camera company Snap, actually, it's a app service. It's a social app. So I just wanted to correct, it's not a camera company, it's a social app. I take a picture of some numbers or part of books. I take pictures of important information that I don't want to lose. I took a picture on weekends, flowers. I took some pictures of flowers over the weekend instead of on the weekend. I typed the keyboard when I was young, so it's not really natural for me. What did I say earlier when we were talking? I had said something after you talked. My experience is, I guess my experience was different. So it doesn't. My experiences growing up were different, so it's not really natural for me, or it doesn't really come natural for me. I sometimes log into SciWorld to memorize my history. Do you know the word reminisce? Reminisce. Reminisce means to try to think about like some old, or try to remember some memories with some nostalgia. Reminisce. 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 Yeah, sometimes I want to reminisce, or we were reminiscing, we were talking about old times, old memories. Then you said this was disappeared, now it's gone. Alan, you said constructing when you were talking about the yellow desk earlier, from construction. I like to take pictures of my friends when they're not looking. I'm a stalker. No, I'm kidding. I like to. I'm kidding. I'm never gonna let it go. I like to capture. I like to capture real moments or real experiences when they are in their natural state. See, I was making a real correction there, or a real suggestion. I feel it's not comfortable. I just feel it's not comfortable. I'm just not that comfortable with it, or I don't feel acquainted with it. Next, you said, I'm not SNS person. I'm not heavy on social media. If you like, check it. I'm sorry, if you check, I like it in Facebook, you get something. There's a promotion where if you like the page, you get something out of it. That's it.